Okay, so welcome to another Draft It Now series with Cerberus Cast. Again, we're drafting nice swift draft today for Dragons Fates. Hope we can get as good a pool as we did last time. See what we're going to go for. Okay, I'm not too excited to be first picking Dragon Tempest. It's a good card if you get enough dragons, but I don't think it's a great limited card. My eyes sort of drawn straight away to Deathwind. It's one of the more powerful uncommon removal spells. You can literally use it at any point in the game to remove whatever the biggest threat is. Other cards I note here, we're passing some good green. We've got Airy Bowmasters and Glade Watcher, which are both great sort of cards. Everything else is a little bit sort of meh, a bit mediocre. Deathwind's definitely the correct pick for us here, I think. Seems to have dropped in black a lot in this format. Okay, so again, there's not a lot that's sort of massively overpowering here. Dragon Lord's Prerogative is probably the it's a good card, it's just not where I think I want to be. I'm a big fan of the Saber-Tooth Outrider. I think getting from middle is really easy when it's already got 4 power itself. We've also got the Summit Prowler coming around as well. Again, there's nothing else that's really that's sort of decent here. So I'm going to take the Saber-Tooth. I like Black-Red as an archetype anyway, and I'm always more than happy to sort of be on that deck. We're still quite happy staying relatively open at this point in time. Okay, so we've got Epic Competition Green, which is really powerful against great removal. Green Black's not something I've sort of drafted a lot of, but Green Red's certainly doable. I like the Ataka Free a lot as well, it just does so much damage. I think when you're in red, if somebody morphs something on 3, you're kind of forced to block on 4, and that's usually going to end up with at least a beneficial trade on our side. So I'm going to take the Ataka Free here. Okay, so it looks like we're getting rewarded. Red definitely looks open. It's an interesting choice here as to whether we take the Warbringer or the Tail Slash. Generally speaking, Tail Slash is the better card in general, but getting the Warbringer here means that the dash deck's probably going to be open to us. And if we can get onto that, then we can get some really powerful draws. I kind of want to give it a go, so I'm going to give the Warbringer a shot here. That may not be the correct call, but we're looking like we've got a good base for a red deck here. Okay, so red-black seems to be where the power is in this pack. The Bludgeon Rager, it's a 2/2 for 2, it's a bear that does have some upside. If we can get some sort of warrior theme going, that could be quite good for us. The best card in the pack at the minute is the Misthoof Kirin. That's still in there quite late, and we're not locked on black yet. Red-white might just be where we end up wanting to go. It's a really tough call. Not a lot of really great red cards left. I'm going to take the Kirin here and just try and stay a little bit more open. Again, red-white, black-white, I'm happy to draft any of these sort of cards. Mirror Mockery is not something I'm particularly interested in. The Ataka Beastbreaker is quite late in this pack as well. So we're going to make the decision here as to whether we want to sort of try and get the dash deck or just go for raw power. Skirmisher isn't the best of the dash cards anyway. I'm a big fan of the Behemoth. It just puts so much pressure and demands an answer almost immediately. We haven't got that high a curve at the minute, so the Hardened Berserker is not a high priority for us. I think the Behemoth's probably the best place to be for us here. We do want to be looking to pick up some sort of 1 and 2 drops as well if we're going to be on this aggressive red-black or red-white shell. Commune with Lava is not something I'm particularly interested in. The Reckless Imp's a 2/2 fly that you can dash on turn 2. We could potentially take Centre Soul, but I don't think that's the sort of game we're going to be trying to play with this deck. So we're going to pick up the Reckless Imp here. It gives us something to do on turn 2 as well. As I've said before, I count the dash creatures for their dash cost as opposed to their actual converted mana cost. So Minister of Pain's fine against the small decks. A lot of these rares are going really late as well. But I think Dragon Fodder, I'm a really big fan of Dragon Fodder in these decks as well. It just gives you some chunk blockers and buys you a bit of time, and can put some early pressure on the game as well. So we're almost certainly going to be staying red. We've still got the option to switch into black or white to change colours completely. The Dragon Tempest actually came back round. I'm not sad to pick up another Reckless Imp here. We can get to a point with the Warbringer where we're dashing a few creatures a turn, and that can give us a really powerful deck. Okay, so there's nothing that exciting left in this pack. The Self-Inflicted Wound's not too bad. It's quite decent for the sideboard. Corrigan Monument is fine for us to be picking up here. Again, it's not ideal for us to be casting the Monument on turn 3, but it just helps us to fix our mana out a little bit. I'm not really interested in Battle Mastery or Ancient Carp, and the usual Monuments, and definitely not where we're looking at. I think we're almost certainly going to be in the red-black deck here. I think out of these cards we're best suited to deal with the Conifer Stride, so I'm going to take the Lawmaster, but that's really late for that to be going as well, so it looks like blue might be quite open. Kindle Fury is a fine pickup for us. It gives us a chance to get first strike onto one of our bigger guys. Okay, so pack 1's not gone too bad. I quite like the look of this deck so far. We're a little bit light on removal. I'd like to pick up some Sarkhan's Triumphs or something like that. Okay, Profound Journey again, not overly exciting. Do I want another Atarka Freet here? So the choice I've got is Atarka Freet or Flatten. I think Flatten's going to be the best card for us. We need that little bit of extra removal. There is a Pacifism here as well. But the Flatten's just more consistently going to make it the cut into our deck. Okay. So we've got another Flatten. Marshalk's not too bad, but it's a little bit slow. The same with the Storming Dragon. Having 2 Flattens in the deck's never going to be a bad thing, but we have also just passed 2 Pacifisms. So we need to be aware of that when we're sort of playing against the white decks, that there are quite a few of these in the pool as well. Other cards to note, Gurmag Drowners here, but it's seems like blue is relatively open, and the Sinamgar Sorcerer as well. I quite like Screamwitch Brawler. It's 2/3 for 3, so it blocks opposing morphs, and we can dash it in. This is something else we can use with the Warbringer. I'm not a fan of Court Swift overly. It worked really well for us last time when we had the sort of zombie theme going. Hand and Silumgar's a really good sort of strong blocker as well. But I think we need to be getting into some parts of the aggressive side of the deck. So I'm going to take the Stormreach Brawler here. The blue's really good in these packs, so if somebody is picking that up, they're going to be building themselves a pretty sweet deck. Asabu's Dragon again is a little bit slow for us. We're not really looking for too many 6 and 7 drops. This pack's really quite weak, but we're quite hoping of another Screamreach Brawler. We've got a lot of things that we're going to be able to dash for 1 if we do get that Warbringer into play, and we're immediately rewarded with the Ambuscade Shaman. This is exactly what we're looking for. It means we can get our deck online and we can just start beating down with dash creatures. Picking the Ambuscade Charlotte means I'm now going to prioritise picking up dash creatures wherever I can. So a couple of things we can look at here. If we want to look to maybe splash into white, I'm not looking for Tormenting Voice. We'll pick up the Enduring Victory here. It takes removal out of the packs with somebody else, and we have got the option of that white splash. Coat with Venom I've found to be a really good card if something is getting in the way. It's a nice little trick that we can pull out if we need to. So the question now is, do we want Defeat or do we want Hardened Berserker? We're not trying to ramp into anything big, so Defeat's probably the best card here for us. This is looking like a pretty sweet black-red deck that we're building together here. And if we can open or get past the Colligan in pack 3, we'll be set up for some really, really powerful turns. So what we've got for removal wise, we've got the Defeat, we've got Deathwind, we've got 2 Flattens, and the Coat with Venom I kind of class as a removal spell as well. So we're pretty set up there, we can prioritise getting the good creatures now. We've also got for sort of the green-white matchups, we've got another good card on the board as well. Just in case we do make that white splash, Battle Mastery could work out quite well for us. I'm not really looking for Volcanic Rush for the deck. It looks like there's going to be a pretty open black-blue deck. The Ruthless Deathfang normally goes quite early on, and the Scribe being here as well. Again, there's nothing really sort of left in this pack for us now. Radiant Purge is okay. Again, I think we can sort of... We'll take it for the sideboard. That white splash, if we need to bring it in, we can do. There seems to be no red or black left in these packs now. We'll just cut the Anticipate. Vandalise, I can't see us playing that. Civ Icebreaker's not really that exciting. The Drumka Doomcaster, cutting that out of the pack just means that somebody's not going to be tapping down our dash creatures. So somebody took the basic land over the learn from the past. It's quite funny. I really like the shell that was sort of built here. We are still looking for sort of 5 or 6 pieces, but we'll take pretty much any. Well, Palace Siege. Palace Siege is just going to be phenomenal in this deck. We're going to be able to return our dash creatures back, get things back to hand if we need to, and we can use it for its other ability as well. There is also the Mardu Scout, which would be pretty nice for us, and the Dousing Gloom as well. But Palace Siege fits right into our deck and is certainly a card that we're going to be playing. If we can force through some melee damage, Palace Siege can just win the game for us, more or less on the spot. We are a little bit creature light at the minute. I'm looking for probably another 5 or 6 creatures to sort of try and round out the deck. I'm probably going to end up cutting the Kindled Fury. I think it's the weakest card of the deck so far. We actually got past the Colligan Storm Fury. This deck's just going to be insane. I wouldn't mind taking the Bathing Dragonfire or the Reach of Shadows as well, but there's no way I'm passing a Colligan with the deck that we've built here. This pack 3 is being really kind to us. Okay, so out of this pack, we've got a couple of options. We can take the Bloodfell Cave, but I'm not too worried about fixing. The Alicia's Vanguard's another dash creature we can use with the synergies that we've got in the deck. Certainly something that I wouldn't normally play it, but a 3/3 for that we can dash for 2 and a black and potentially just dash for a black seems like a really good card for us. The Whisper of the Wilds is still there as well, so somebody's getting some nice green ramp. But Vanguard's definitely the card we're taking here. I do kind of wish I picked up the second Ataka Efreet, especially with us getting the flat in the next pick as well. But 2 flattens isn't going to be a bad thing for us. Okay, so we've got a bit of a choice now. It's whether we want to take the Reach of Shadows or the Team of Battle Rage. Just looking, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures at the minute that trigger the Battle Rage. But we can make our guys a lot bigger with the Colligan triggers and stuff as well, and the Amber Scale Shaman. Pretty happy with the removal that we've got. We just can't deal with anything that's particularly massive. I'm really not sure here which is the right pick. I think if there's going to be a Team of Battle Rage deck, it should definitely be us. So I'm going to pick that up here. Shamanic Revelations, we're not going to play it, there's no point sort of trying to take it for the deck. We've got the Dousing Gloom or the Sultai Emissary. I think we've got more than enough removal in the deck at the minute. And it's only sort of 2 damage for 3, it's not that great. Sultai Emissary is going to give us a chance to sort of manifest one of our big creatures and flip it up as well. So we've got another Team of Battle Rage. Grave Strength may not be a bad thing, but we're a little bit creature light. I think the Battle Rage is definitely where we're going to be going here. There is also the Fierce Invocation, if we want to try and sort of manifest again, but Team of Battle Rage just seems like a stronger card. There doesn't seem to be a lot sort of left in these packs for us, and we are rather creature light at the minute. Friendly Fire's not something I'm sort of interested really in, but it's that or a Sipsic Host. We haven't really got any graveyard synergies. What blue cards have we picked up? Might actually take the Swiftwater Cliffs here. We've got Anticipate and Monitoring Lawmaster in the board at the minute. We could potentially splash those if we need to. Well then look, we might actually wheel the Mardu Scout, but I can dream. So Hungering Yeti, we're never going to be able to sort of flash it in. It's just going to be a 4/4 for 5. A 4/6 for 6, maybe stronger. But this does fit our curve a little bit better. No, we'll take the Defiant Ogre. We've got the cards that I think we're going to need here. At this point, Hooded Assassin, not a bad pickup. Again, it's a 2/3 for 3, and we can destroy something if we need to. It's another sort of kind of removal spell. I'll take a Kazi High Priest, but I'm not going to play it. Dark Deal's not something that we're sort of looking for. Ancestral Vengeance I've not been that sort of impressed with, but I certainly don't think we're going to be playing 2 Defiant Ogres. I'm not certain we're going to be playing 1, so... So we managed to get another Swiftwater Cliff, so it's a pretty viable option for us if we do decide we want to splash a Cliff. In fact, we've now got 3. The blue's now practically a free splash for us, so the Lawmaster starts to look a little bit more like we want to be, and the Anticipate's not bad either. We'll pick up a Grave Strength here, but again, very unlikely to play it. We are going to have to take a bit of a look and see what we've sort of got for creature wise, because we're saying 14, of course we've got the Dragon Fodder as well, which is going to take us up to sort of 15 creature cards. Okay, let's take a look. I don't think we've got enough big threats to warrant playing both Team of Battle Rages. The Lawmaster's a pretty easy splash for us because we have got the 3 Swift Water Cliffs. The Anticipate is maybe a little bit ambitious. We've not got a lot of other things we want to be doing in the early turns of the game though. Just trying to work out now what the best cut from the deck is. I certainly don't think it's going to be one of our creature cards. We're really light on creatures at the minute, which isn't exactly where I want to be. What have we actually got? So we've got 1, 2, 3 when we morph. The Ambuscade makes most of our creatures more than 4 power. Maybe when we do want the 2-team of Battle Rages, and we just hope we sort of get there. Oops. Question is, we want to cut the Lawmaster. Being able to sort of get back an instant or sorcery from our graveyard. We've got a lot of them. It could be quite useful for us to be able to sort of recur those threats. But I'm not certain what we cut instead. I don't really want to play the top ones, that's going to slow us down too much. But we'll remember for the sideboard we've got the option to sort of bring this little bit of blue if we find that we need to. So 17 lands plus the monument is going to be plenty to sort of run this deck. How are we looking for dash creatures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 dash creatures including the Warbringer and the Shaman. 8, sorry, including Colligan as well. So we're a little bit heavier on the black than we are on the red here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 6, 8, 10, 14, 10. At 17 lands we're probably going to be looking at a 10-7 split for swamps to mountains. And that is my phone going on. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this configuration. We'll run with this and we'll be back shortly for round 1.